Hi, it's Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot with this week's Learn Lenormand with me, and today we are going to be looking at the tree card. So the tree is a card of growth, so it can indicate your health and well-being. So naturally it'll depend on what cards are surrounding it. So if there are negative cards nearby, that it can mean that you'll have to be strong about a particular situation, particularly if it is an illness. But sometimes this card has the power to overcome obstacles as well. So it could also, so if you've been sick for a while and then you get the tree, it could indicate a return to better health because you're more grounded and you're more rooted into, just more grounded into earth, basically. So the tree can mean a few things with particular card combinations. So if it come with the fish, for instance, it would indicate that your funds are growing. But if, say, you've got the fish and the whip and the tree, it would indicate that there would be some tension around some money issues that are escalating and perhaps are branching out and affecting other people. So this would be true in the workforce. So, I mean, of course, with the COVID, lots of companies are shutting down, lots of people losing their jobs. So, you know, that's one of the situations that could reflect this actual combination quite well. Appearance-wise, tree people can come from a family that goes back many, many generations, okay? I just had my email pop up there. I don't know, anyone else has an Apple iMac? I'll tell you what, the emails just pop out randomly, no matter how many times you might quit out of the rotten thing. So as I was going to say that, usually tree-wise people come from a family that can go back many generations. You may notice when they're actually standing or sitting, that they are swaying much like a tree in the wind. So have you ever met those people when you watch them, and even though they might be standing at a railway station or something like that, and they just seem to be swaying? You might notice that. I've noticed that about people as well. It looks just like a tree in the wind. They can come across as lofty with a high opinion of themselves. If older and a male, they may suffer from hair loss or be bald. So their leaves never grow back after the autumn of their lives. And tree people in looks are many and varied, just like trees. So, so we can have short, stubby ones, long, tall ones, all sorts of things. So, but basically, most tree people kind of seem to have the long type of limbs and look quite sturdy. So if they're a shorter type of a person, it'd be a short, sturdy, kind of like a tree trunk type of thing. So, they're all varies. Health problems could stem back from many generations. Hereditary diseases are common. Problems with arms and legs, varicose veins, blockages, skin, or should I say bark problems like rashes. And so if you're looking, now we'll sort of look through the individual cards that I've got up there. So if you're looking at the Alexandre Mazarop, which is the first one, I really actually like the depiction of this card because it really does show the family tree, the ancestral feeling of this card, because it's got three, is it 3 or 4? Where is my card? It's got 3, 4, 5. There's actually 6 women in this tree. So that's another clue too. So if you were looking, for instance, if you are sick and you're trying to find a hereditary cause, you might have to go back 6 generations to find out what's happening. If you can pinpoint when it started. And this can be for anything too. This can just be for a family tree. If you're trying to uncover a secret, you might have to go back 6 generations. So I particularly like this particular card because it really does highlight the generation factor of the tree, and the family tree and the branching out as well. As for timing, I would say a very early foggy morning, having a look at this one. Now, my particular tree is a burnt out gum tree, which you see thousands of these all across Australia. And even though it's inside the hollow, the trunk has been all burnt out, they're still living. So it still will actually show some, will have greenery on it, have green leaves and things like that. This particular card, heading towards the evening in that particular, I can just tell that by the sky. I just know that when the sky looks like that here in Australia, you're heading towards the evening. Also, it's kind of interesting too, because if this tree come up to represent a person, then I would look at it as being an older person who's very wise, and I also would look at it at a person who has been through a lot in life and that they may actually feel hollow inside. So even though they might be laughing and joking on the outside and smiling on the inside, they feel very, very empty as well. So I just thought I would sort of point that out. with Cero Machete's one, it looks very much like in a fairy tale. And that would be at the sunset, just looking at the sky in the background there. It's got the rainbow as well, so it could indicate a rainy day as well. And it has got the, I always forget what that pattern is on that tree. Honestly, it drives me nuts. I think this happened in one of my Lenormand readings. I think it's the Tree of Life. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure because I always forget what that actual, that spread is called. Well, I think it is the Tree of Life. I should pause and have a look, but I can't be bothered. And then we've got the tree from Titania's Fortune card. So this is the first edition one. So as you can see, it's a very clear, crisp card with a pure white tree. This, what I would say, would be at sunset as well, you know. But because it's got the purple the sky in the background, it could also indicate towards the night. So we got sunset, or the night time. And if this card was depicting a person, I would say someone who's got very pure, clean spirit, very pure thoughts, you know, someone who's very, I don't know, very angelic-like. Do you know that type of inner peace that they have about them, and they seem to be able to push that out as well and heal people just by, you know, when you meet somebody and you immediately, as soon as you're with them, you feel better, that type of a person as well. So if we were going to pull the cards of the, actually, and I should mention too, because I'm not going to be doing that look at Tarot Through the Eyes of Lenormand series anymore, because I'm just getting bored with it, to be honest. I can actually interpret, I can actually add the cards that I feel represent the energy of the tree in these videos, so, you know, saves me doing a video. So there's actually two cards here. We've got the Ten of Wands. This is from the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and also the World Tarot. Now, the Ten of Wands is, the Ten of Wands sort of reflects the tree's energy when things are a burden. So if you've been sick for a long, long time and you can't shake it off, then the Ten of Wands really, really reflect that well. So if you were to get doing a Lenormand and a tarot card reading and get these two cards together, then this indicates that things are going to get worse before they get better. However, if you got it with the World card, it would indicate that a difficult cycle has now come to an end, so it's turned around and you are going to start to feel better. So in this instance, the tree will indicate that you're getting better. Now, of course, we all know, I suppose, I mean, I don't read reversals, but if you got the World card reversed, well, then it would indicate that things are going to probably deteriorate a little bit further again before they got better. But generally, you know, if it's an upright world, which is how I read them, I don't read reversals, it would indicate that, yeah, a difficult cycle is over and you're starting a new fresh phase in your life. So if you're wanting to, let's have a look and see what the energy of the tree card, how it's affecting us today. Let's have a look at I might use the Chiro one. I don't want to shuffle my good Lenormand card too much, you know, the first edition. So let's have a look at how the tree energy is affecting us today. So I've just popped the card back into the deck, and we'll pull the cards before. Actually, we'll do the 7 again, hey, because that was quite good. People seem to enjoy that. So oh, it seems to have gone right back into the end of the deck, this one. Okay, so now what's happened with this, I'll just get them all out. Oh, you know, it worked out to be 7. I didn't think it was going to, because it was right at the very end. So I'll take I don't know if I'll be able to fit all these in. These are a lot bigger, these cards. So the first 3 cards to come up before the tree was the birds, the child, and the snake. So again, this would indicate really, and it's quite interesting we've got the tree there. So there's somebody in the family, a sibling perhaps, that has, you may have noticed, has been a little bit like the snake, because this snake is a really good one. It's one that's, you know, that lashes out. So you've probably got someone in the family who has been lashing out a little bit. Because this particular birds, there's 4 birds, so getting a feeling it's a sibling type of situation. So there's a brother or a sister who just seems to be lashing out a lot and not seeming to be themselves. Okay. And because the tree, this really sort of emphasizes the family side of it. So this is in the past, but the recent past. So it's still kind of been affecting. The effects are still being felt. Sorry. So the one that's after, which you look at the future, we have got the mice, the bear, and the woman. So for me, what this is saying, that if you are a mother, you're going to have to be like the strong mother bear. Now, I love Chiro Machete's mice because usually if there's a card underneath it, you have to look at what the mouse is actually pooing on, okay? So for what this is telling me, that in the future, as a mother, that you're going to have to be strong like this, like the polar bear, and literally don't take any shit from your children and just tell them like it is, okay? So nick it in the bud. So if you've got a child that's been acting, playing up, hasn't been themselves, try and find out exactly what's going on. But if they're just nitpicking their siblings or whatever, you're just going to have to make it very, very clear that you're not going to take it anymore and just cut that shit out, literally, okay? Because what this mice is saying is that it's robbing the whole family of their happiness, of their peace, because we've got 3, 4, 5. We've got actually 5 mice and 4 birds. So that's what it's saying. So actually, what's that telling me out there is something that's happened to them quite recently that's got their back up against the wall, that they feel they've been robbed of something, and this is what's causing all the angst as well. So as a mother, you're going to have to just be like the bear, strong, and just nip it in the bud, and before it becomes a real problem, okay? So that's just a little, Now with these 7-day cards, you can make this like a daily one. You can make it as a weekly one, but in personal experience, I find that the 9-card draw is a better spread to do for the week. That's why I use them for my Lenormand week ahead. But I think for the 7-day card spread is really good for just for the day, or if you've got a question in mind. So if there's something that's been bothering you, pull out a card to reflect whatever it is that's bothering you, pop it in the middle, and then pull out some more cards and see what you can, get an answer to it. So let's do that actually, because I've kind of already finished. There wasn't much to say on let's put the child, okay, in the middle, and instead of doing, let's just see if we can actually figure out what's going on with this child, okay? Because the child, not only does it stand for a child, but it can also start for something new and small, all right, that's just beginning as well. So this is just so I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shuffle, and let's see if we can get some insight onto this happening, what's been going on. So I might just pull the card before and after it. Okay, so, this is interesting. So the card that came before was the woman, and then the card that came after it was the moon. So where you might go from that is that it could be a female influence that's affecting your child in a negative manner. And because the moon is there, this particular person could actually be quite plump, someone who's quite round in the face, who's got a round body, someone who basically looks like the moon. Could be who is causing all the trouble. So you might want to have a look at their group of friends, or if they're working, could even be a boss who's been picking on them or things of that nature. So that sort of gives you an indication. So that's what you can do. You could do that with each of the 7 cards if you wanted to. But this is a really good spread to do if you you do your 7-card spread. There's a card that you're concerned about, so you decide that you can just pull it out, and you can do 7. You don't have to. I just thought I'd do 3, so it wouldn't be so long. But you can do the actual 7 card, or you can just do the before and after, as I've done here. And as you can see, it will actually answer the question as well. So there you have it. So that is the tree card, and I'm just looking at my notes. I wonder if we should do, no, I don't think we're going to do it. I was going to do a who, what, where and when, but we don't really need to do that because we've done the card before and after it. So I think I'll leave it at that. And of course, if you've got any questions at all, please don't hesitate to actually ask in the description box below. But I don't think I'll need to do the who, what, where and when, because we've done the 7 and we've done the 3, and that kind of sort of covers it as well. I mean, you can do the who, what, when and where if you want to practice with yourself, just to give you some, like, you could do it at the end of the day and see how the energy of that particular card affected you during the day. I mean, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of different ways to work the Lenormand card. So don't let so-called perceived rules and regulations stop you. You can read the Lenormand any which way that you want to, and it's a very enjoyable deck to work with, as I've found over the years. So until next time, this is Tracy.